everybody, this is Abigail Stahlschmidt, and I've got my good friend, producer, and co-writer Cliff Downs here, and we want to talk to you a little bit about this EP and the process that we've gone through in writing a lot of our music. So it has been about, 4 years now since we started this project. Can we maybe talk a little bit about how we got started and what was the inspiration behind this?
Well, and correct me if I misspeak, but
sure.
I believe you reached out one day and said, I'd love to play some things and maybe write something together. And I was familiar with your sister and your family, and I said, sure. So you came by, and I think by the end of that day, we had written 2 full songs.
Yeah, I think it was about 2 full songs. And to kind of give you a little backstory, Cliff and I had written a few country songs a few years prior to that, and nothing really stuck for us. I mean, we had a great time writing, but it wasn't like that thing just clicked yet.
Right.
But then we kind of connected over the idea of symphonic music, and you have, Broadway in your background. You can't see the poster right now that's on the wall, but he's written music for Broadway. And you have a lot of other genres in your background.
Yeah.
Can you maybe talk about that and how that kind of influenced even writing together?
Well,
I know it was kind of organic.
It was very organic. I mean, I love melody, as you know.
Yeah.
And since this is an instrumental project, my thought and process and goal was that it just be so melodic driven that it be something that people would hear once and want to like hum or sing along.
Right.
And it was very, very natural, very organic. I mean, we would be finished with a song and we didn't realize we had finished the song.
Yeah.
And it was, so I knew at that point that there was something going on that was really cool and really great. And so over the next few years, whenever you were in town and I was around,
right,
we just wrote, and we didn't have a plan. We just wanted to create, and sometimes it would be more classical, sometimes it would be more pop.
right.
But it was just, we weren't aiming for any, because as soon as you start aiming for something,
it starts putting it in a box.
That's right.
Yeah, I mean, I really love that we didn't kind of have any preconceived ideas about where we wanted to go with the music, but we did end up, I guess for me even personally, I have a lot of different genres of music in my background. For instance, I played for some Latin rock bands, I played for pop bands, I've played obviously in the classical arena, I played symphonic metal. So all of those, even from my background, kind of helped influence what was coming out in writing, and we had so much freedom that that stuff kind of naturally came out.
There were no rules.
Right.
And that was what was so great about it. We didn't have anybody telling us write this. We just sort of let it come out, and we played, and you played and I played, and all of a sudden we had a song.
Yeah. So let me ask you this. I think I probably know the answer because you've talked about this before, but what has been, even kind of unrelated to this project maybe, what has been maybe some of your favorite experiences musically over the years? Maybe top 2 highlights, if you can even boil it down to that.
Wow. In relationship to what we're doing, probably one of my most memorable experiences was recording at Lyndhurst in London with the London Recording Orchestra. That was life-changing because you're sitting there in this amazing studio with the guys that have played on every orchestral record you've ever heard. That was amazing. And then just working with my heroes, the guys from Foreigner and just things that just sort of come into your path that you don't expect. And I'm probably not answering your question.
No, that definitely, I mean, that's what I was asking.
But there's a lot, I've been very blessed.
Yeah,
very blessed.
Absolutely. Do you have, I know this might seem like a favoritist question, but do you have a favorite artist that you've worked with, or do you have somebody that really you feel impacted you greatly as an artist?
Wow. Well, that's a big one. Probably, and this might be a cliche, but if I were to name one artist that I feel like encapsulates the word artist, it would be Sting. When I hear his career he's sort of progressed as a writer and stuff, but he's always seems to do something that he really wants to do, and he's brought his fans with him.
Yeah. And
I think he's very brave, and I've never met him, but I'm a huge fan of his.
Yeah, he is quite an artist.
And there's a bunch of others.
Absolutely. So I also do want to touch on, not in a small way either, because we have an amazing arranger and orchestrator that is going to be coming alongside us in this project. Yes. And you actually introduced me to him and brought him into the project. Yes. Can you tell us a little bit about who it is and his background?
Well, Carl Ridlin has done, I don't know how many. He's worked with Hans Zimmer for years, and he's been part of many major scores. I met him through my friend Tracy Beischer, and it was one of those situations we talked for a little bit, and I sent him some of our music, and he said, "I really love this. I'd love to be a part of it." So that's how it happened.
Yeah, and Carl is, he has such a wealth of knowledge and experience. I mean, even looking, in a short way at his resume, you're just blown away immediately. He's truly, one of the top arrangers in the world. So right. We are really honored to have him on this. And it's just, so amazing to be able to work with somebody of that caliber. So it's going to be even more fun starting to dig more into that process.
Oh,
and
I can't wait. I can't wait.
Yeah. So thank you guys. That's just a little sneak peek of where we're at and how we've gotten to where we are. We cannot wait for you to hear more of this EP. So please stay tuned and continue checking out the crowdfunding campaign. I'll be posting more surprise giveaways. And we are hitting some of our stretch goals in the crowdfunding campaign. So please watch out for those, and you may see some new tracks coming your way soon. Thank you guys, and thank you, Cliff.
Thank you. And you will be singing these melodies.
Yes.